What you like about this game?
Well, we supposed to win, so I like that we did win. But I think, in the first half, I thought we was playing a pretty good basketball, and it just didn't quite bounce our way. Second half, I think, they came out, got it going, and we weathered the storm, and took control of the game when we needed to take control of the game. Steve did some things that was kind of to light a fire. It took me out with 8 minutes to go. I think took me and BP out, I want to say me and BP with 8 minutes to go in the third quarter, and mixing some things up to fire this team up, to get the team going. And I think guys responded really well.
You were yelling at, or not even yelling at Jemsky came off. It looked like he was upset about missing a three. You kind of talking to him and they got really fired up when he hit the next two. What was that?
I think one thing we're always preaching to him is just be decisive. We believe he's a really good shooter, a really good basketball player, can be for a long time in this league. But he gets down on himself quite a bit. And, just want him to always understand that, hey, we all have belief in you, but also that belief can't exceed the belief that you have in yourself. Responding to every shot, it's a long journey, man. You can't ride that roller coaster, And so just, relaying that to him, like, man, we believe. And he had a tough game last game. And I told him I think it was because, you had one tough game in the last 10, 11, been playing great. And I think you had a tough game last game, and you're starting this game off having a tough game is because you're second-guessing everything. So Steve got at him a little bit last game. You can't allow that to make you second-guess yourself more. Let that charge you forward. Let that turn you up more. Let that make you be more decisive, because ultimately that's what Steve's doing it for. He's like, BP, you holding the ball too long. Only time he know how to make every play. The only time he hold the ball too long is when you get in your head and you start overthinking. And so, just let him know about that. Don't overthink anything. Everybody over here have the utmost belief in you. Be aggressive. And so when he just raise up and shoot those, you can't kind of, I didn't necessarily go at him, but you can't share beliefs of what you think someone need to do better, and then when they do it, not big up them. You got to have that same energy.
Steve was just in here and said, he's seeing too many travels in this league that aren't getting.
It's crazy. Don't get me fined, though. I'm sorry.
I just want to get your thoughts on it from a player's perspective. He says, it's like 6 a game that probably should be called. I mean, what are you seeing from a player's perspective?
Miles got an and one on me. I thought he walked a mile. But I think, I think one of the ones that I've been surprised about, since I've been in this league, I think one travel that was always called was like when a guy catches it stationary and then they split their feet apart. That's the one that I think was always called no matter what. Some of those travels are tough to get. It's a lot of movement going on, a lot of bodies that a referee is trying to see in between to catch those steps. If you miss one step, you miss the travel, right? So I think those ones on the move can get a bit tough. But the ones that I've been kind of surprised by is the catch-and-go ones. Those ones seem like that referees used to call those in a heartbeat, and maybe not necessarily so much nowadays. But like I said, those ones on the move, they can get a bit tough. You got a referee trying to keep up, on a full speed play, where guys are pushing the ball, they're trying to keep up and see those steps while they're trying to sprint. Those ones on the move can be tough, for sure.
Draymond, this morning at shoot-around, Steph said that him and Jimmy felt they were polar opposites in terms of play style. And that's why they fit, that's why they work. You being on the floor with those two guys, seeing it these last few games, I think you guys have lost like one game with them at the lineup. What are you seeing from their chemistry and Jimmy's fit as a whole?
Yeah, Jimmy's fit as a whole is great. Steph is one of the easiest people to build chemistry with. And Jimmy is shown to be also one of the easiest people to build chemistry with. He makes the game so much easier for everybody he's on the floor with. And their chemistry, I think, is great, and it'll continue to build. I think one thing we want Jimmy to understand is we want him being aggressive as hell. Be aggressive as hell to score the basketball. And I think, sometimes you can come in the fold and you come into the fold with a guy like Steph and you're like, I don't want to be as aggressive. I don't want to step on his toes. And he's going to encourage you to be aggressive more than anybody. And so, we're still finding that balance. I think it's been, 9 or 10 games that Jimmy has played. Still finding that balance. But, as this season continue to go, we'll for sure need Jimmy to be aggressive as hell on the offensive end. And we know what he's capable of. So it'll happen.
How do you think his game kind of has influenced yours? I remember last year when Chris Paul was with you guys, you said you learned a few things from TV. Like, is there anything that you picked up from Jimmy in this short amount of time?
I'm trying to pick up, just when you get in the paint, how to, be under control at all times, how to draw fouls. Jimmy's great at drawing fouls. And then just finding different space. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jimmy really puts you in a position to score easily. But you got to find the right spots. And so I'm just trying to learn to find those right spots that, I can make myself available to him for easy drop-off layups and easy buckets.